Sorry, boys and girls, my video got cut off. How did you do with those words? If you need more help, please rewatch that last video and practice those words. But I'm going to move on with the second video here because my first video quit. So we're just going to move on with this second video. All right. We're going to be talking about possessive nouns. I know that's hard for you to see. I'm trying my best to get this so you can see it better. But just follow along with me. We talked about nouns before. We've talked about people, places, and things are nouns. If you can touch something like my marker, that is a noun. It's a thing. People are things like mom, dad, brother, cousin. Those are people. Those are nouns, okay? A store, a restaurant, those are places. School. Remember when we talked about nouns? Are you remembering? It's been a while. Boys and girls, we talked about proper nouns. Remember, proper nouns are names of people, places, or things. Like your name gets an uppercase letter at the beginning because you are a proper noun. Same with Mrs. Butler's name. I get a capital letter. Boys and girls, when you go to a store, if you say store, that's a noun. But if you say the name of the store, like Walmart, that's a proper noun. Walmart starts with a W. The W gets an uppercase. If you say restaurant, that's a place. That's a noun. But if you say McDonald's, that's the name of the restaurant. So that's the proper noun. Do you remember when we talked about proper nouns? Boys and girls, McDonald's would get a capital M because that's the name. It's a proper noun. But today we're going to talk about possessive nouns. When you possess something, that means you have something. It's yours. This is my marker. It would be your toy or your mom. It belongs to you. It's yours. So that's called a possessive noun. And when you have a possessive noun, you have to do something special with it. You have to add an apostrophe S. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So it says right here, possessive nouns. Some nouns that show that one person or one animal owns or has something. These nouns are called possessive nouns. They end in apostrophe S. That's what I wrote right there. It's just like a little line that's up high and then an S. Like, for example, a man's hat. Boys and girls, the hat belongs to the man. I'm going to pick up my computer and move it closer. See how it's a man's apostrophe S hat. That's what we don't say a man hat. We say a man's hat. It's his hat. One boy's bed. So the bed is the boy's. It belongs to that boy. Apostrophe S. One boy's bed. Oh, here's some animals down here. A dog's ball. Look at what the dog has. An apostrophe S. A dog's ball. And one cat's tail. So that tail belongs to that cat, apostrophe S. All right, let's practice on this side of the board. So up here, I have some words that are going to go down in these blanks, okay? Can you see that? Oh, hold on. So up here in the word box, let's read them. Now, I know you can be readers, so do your best. Man's, see how they all have an apostrophe S? Man's, birds, boys, dogs, girls, cats. So those are all of our possessive nouns. Now let's look at the pictures to help us fill in the blanks, shall we? Here I go. A blank bike. Can you tell what that is? It is a girl. There, it's a little better. It is a girl riding that bike. So it is a girl's bike. So I'm going to write girls in the blank. Girl. Now don't forget, I have to have that apostrophe S. A girl's bike. That bike belongs to that girl. Now I can cross off girls. A blank food. You see that picture? A dog's food. So I'm going to write dog, og. And then I need to remember an apostrophe S. A dog's food. A blank ball. Can you see that picture? Oops, I forgot to cross off dogs. A cat's ball. So I'm going to write cat. Cats. I need an apostrophe S. A cat's ball. Who does the ball belong to? The cat. One blank hat. Oh, I can cross off cat. One blank hat. I have mans, birds, and boys. What do you think? One boy's hat. So I'm going to write boy. Oi. The oi sound is O-Y. Oops, that's an O. One boy's, apostrophe S. That's important for possessive noun. One boy's hat. The hat belongs to the boy. A blank book. Boys and girls, man's or birds? Man's. A man's book. It's his book. And then what do I need? Apostrophe S. It's a hard word to say, apostrophe. Last one. One blank nest. One bird's nest. Bird. Apostrophe S. Who does the nest belong to? It belongs to the bird. Awesome. Great job. All right, boys and girls. Now I have an interactive notebook page that goes along with possessive nouns. So that's the page I want you to get out. You will be have to gently tear this page off of the rest of the packet. And you will also need your interactive notebook, okay? Now, to do your interactive notebook, you will need your scissors and your glue. So first things first, I'm going to cut out the whole project here. It's just this big rectangle, okay? So I'm not cutting anything off. I'm just cutting around the whole rectangle. So I have my piece. This is the title. It's on the side. Possessive nouns. Okay, and I still have this piece too, correct? All right. I'm going to put this piece down for a moment. And I'm going to make sure that my interactive notebook is at my next clean page. I'm going on the back of the page we did last week. Nice clean page. I'm going to cut out my learning objective. I can use common, proper, and possessive nouns. That's what we are doing. We talked about nouns, people, places, and things. We talked about proper nouns, names of people, places, and things that get a capital or an uppercase. And now we're talking about possessive nouns, people owning or having something. Okay, my learning objective needs to, stop typing down. My learning objective needs to just get glued to the bottom of my interactive notebook. I had to get my glue. So I just need to get some glue on that little piece of paper and just glue it to the bottom there. Smooth it on so it sticks. Now this is my scrap. Okay, I don't need this anymore. This is just what gets recycled. Okay, this is the project piece I need now. Now you are going to cut each line. Stop when you get to this long line. So cut, 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 okay? And I will do the same. These are going to be flaps. And it's important that you don't cut them off because they need to stay flaps. We're not cutting anything off. Okay? So now I have my flaps. And behind the title, possessive nouns, is where my glue is going to go. So that's the only spot my glue goes. Otherwise, I won't be able to open my flaps. Okay? Remember, pause the video when you need to. I'm moving quickly, but you can pause it to have more time. Smooth it on. Okay, now I must complete the project. I'm done with my glue, so I'm going to roll it down a little bit and put my cap on it so that it's ready for me for my next project. And now I'm going to get out a marker, but you are going to get out a pencil because I'm writing with a marker. I want you to be able to see it better. You write with a pencil so that you can erase mistakes. Remember that. First graders write with pencils. Okay, so now that my project is all glued on, now I am ready to complete the assignment. These are possessive nouns, so I have to read in order to know what to write under my flap, okay? So, the book belongs to the girl. The book belongs to the girl. So whose book is it, boys and girls? It's the girl's book. I'm going to underline that word girl. It's her book. So under this flap, I'm going to write girl. Girl, girl. But in order to make it possessive, I need to add something. Do you remember what we add to possessive nouns? Apostrophe S. It's the girl's book. Okay? Do you understand the lesson? Do you understand the assignment? Let's read the next one. Pause the video if you need some more time. The tail belongs to the cow. Whose tail is it? The cow's. I'm going to underline cow. Open the flap and write cow. C-O-W. Ow. That's the ow sound. O-W. Ow. Boys and girls, how do I make this possessive? How do I say the cow's tail? Apostrophe S. It belongs to the cow, so it's the cow's tail. Do you understand what we're doing? The bone belongs to the dog. Whose bone is it? It's the dog's bone. Let's write it. Open your flap. Dog, ready? D, d. A doorknob and a door. A doorknob and a door. That's the way you make a D. A doorknob and a door. The dog. Sound out. Stretch out those words. Dogs. Apostrophe S. The hat belongs to the man. Whose hat is it? It's the man's hat. Open up the flap. We need to write man. And man's. Apostrophe S. The man's hat. Okay, last one. The bag belongs to the boy. Whose bag is it, boys and girls? It's the boy's bag. Boy, a bat and a ball. A bat and a ball. That's the way you make a B. A bat and a ball. Boy, oi. It's an oi sound. O-Y. Boys. Apostrophe S. The boy's bag. All right. Great job with your possessive nouns. Now you need to get out your reader's notebook, okay? Because in this reader's notebook, I want you to have pages 16 should be done, 17 should be done. I want you to do 18. There's missing sounds. Look at the top. And Z, but it's an S, even though it sounds like a Z, okay? So look at the pictures. You have to fill in the missing letters for the sounds. Okay. Page 19, words that have 2 letters. You got to look at this word bank. Read them. That's important. Read them. 2-letter words go in this column. 3-letter words go in this column. Okay. So for example, if would go in the 2-letter word column. You would write if on the line. Next, this is your the page I want you to complete. You can stop once you get to 21, but I want you to do page 20. You will see your word bank has possessive nouns, nouns that show ownership. You're going to have to look at the picture and read the sentence to figure out what word will go in the blanks. Okay? So there's your possessive noun practice, all right? After you have finished up to page 20 in your reader's notebook, boys and girls, I would like for you to get out your packet again. And you are now going to be on this page. There are 3 columns. You have an it column. You have an ip column. And you have an ig column, okay? Cut and glue the pictures, then write the words. So you can gently tear this out. Don't look at the answers until you're all done. That is there for you to check when you're finished, okay? Not to look at while you're doing it, please. Now, once again, you will need your scissors and glue and pencil. So I'm going to start by just cutting off this piece completely. Just cut it all the way off. So you have 2 pieces. All right, here's your worksheet and here's your pictures. I'm going to, this gets a little tricky right down here because I'm going to cut around the whole box of pictures, all of them. I'm not cutting them apart because I want you to get used to only having 1 scrap. That's what we practice in 1st grade, just having 1 scrap instead of having a lot of little pieces of paper to clean up. It's easier to clean with 1 scrap. Next, I will cut up and I'm going to start making a pile. You won't be able to see my pile by cutting off each picture. Okay, so I'm just cutting until I have a pile. And then when I have a nice little pile of all my pictures, I'll pick one. All right, now this is a tricky one, so I'm glad I picked this one to help you. It's too bright in my classroom. You can't see my picture. Okay, we have a big tree and a little tree. A big tree and a little tree. The arrow is pointing to the big tree. Big. What do you hear? Do you hear it, ip, or ig? We're listening for the ending sounds. Big. You hear ig. All I'm going to do is just put a little smudge and stick my picture to it. Just hard for you to see. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Then I'm going to put my glue to the side, pick up my pencil, and write big. B-ig. Stretch it out. B-ig. Now, I already said that it's an ig, so I know it's going to have I-G. So you just have to figure out the beginning sound. B, bat and a ball. A bat and a ball. That's the way you make a B. A bat and a ball. B-I-G. It is going to have that ending. I-G, I-G, I-G. Okay? So that's like a big clue. Those endings are a big clue. Okay, I'm going to do one more with you. I'm going to look at them so I can look at the hard ones. In fact, I will list off what these are. That way you're not confused. So we have wig, kit, like a first aid kit, dip, pit, like a middle of a peach is called a pit, dig, the dog is digging, dig, zip, the arrow is pointing at his hip, and he hit the ball. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes and pick one. Dip. You see that? The chip in the dip? Dip. What do you hear? Do you hear it? Dip. Ip. Dip. Yes. Put a smudge of glue. That's all you need is a little smudge. And now I need to write dip. Now I already know it's going to have an IP at the end. I need to figure out the beginning sound of dip. Dip. A doorknob and a door. A doorknob and a door. That's the way you make a D. A doorknob and a door.
Pardon the interruption, please.
Boys and girls, now I know the ending is IP. All right, finish this page. Take a picture of it so you can upload it when you are done. I want to see your work. And lastly, for today, for the reading lesson, we are going to need your daily edits. It's at the back of this packet. Okay, so the packet, at the very back, it will say non-journey specific daily edits. So we did the first one together. So turn the page, and we're going to do this one. The one that says, I have a pan. That's the daily edit we're going to do today. Now remember, down here in her little sign shows you the editing marks that we use, okay? So we're going to practice those editing marks. Do you see what's wrong with this sentence? I have a pan. They capitalized I, which is good. I know I need to start sentences with a capital, so that's fine. They ended with a punctuation, a period. So that's good. They have spaces. Do you know what's wrong? They spelled one of our words wrong. You don't spell have, H-A-V. You spell have, H-A-V-E. There's a silent E. I need to put a little caret. It's almost like a little arrow with an E because they spelled it wrong. I'm going to put an SP with a circle because that means you have to fix the spelling. Check spelling is SP with a circle. And now I'm going to rewrite that sentence so that it is correct. I capitalize the I word. First of all, it's a proper noun. You're talking about yourself when you say I, and you're important, so you need a capital. And second of all, it's the first word of the sentence. So we always start a sentence with a capital. Finger space, have. That's the word we have to fix. H-A-V, silent E. I have, finger space, I have a pan, finger space, pan, ready? Pan, period after pan. Now, if you need more time, pause the video and take your time. All right, one more sentence to fix. Read it with me. I like to play with it, okay? I like to play with it. I is capitalized, that's good. They have their punctuation, that's good. Do you know what's wrong? With is spelled wrong. SP with a circle. With is spelled wrong. We need, do you know what goes at the end? An H. I wrote a tiny little H with a caret. Now I have to correct it, boys and girls. Capital I, space, like, L-I-K-E. I like, space, to, T-O. These are all words that you should know. You should know how to read and write these. I like to, finger space, play. P-L-A-Y. I like to play with. Finger space. I don't have any more room, but I can go down here. Now you want to go all the way to the left. Don't write it over here. Go to a new line, but it has to be all the way to the left. I like to play with. W-I-T. And remember what they forgot? H. T-H is the thumb sound. With. I like to play with it. It. Period at the end. All right, fix those sentences. Take a picture of it and upload it to your Seesaw, and then hit the green check mark so I can see all the work that you did today. All right, boys and girls, good job. Bye.